Alright, let's talk about NATO. The North Atlantic Treaty Organization sounds like a history class, right? But is it just a relic of the past, or does it still matter in today's world? Let's break it down. So, flashback to 1949. World War II's over, but there's a new tension in the air: the Cold War. The US, Canada, and a bunch of European countries team up to form NATO. The big idea? If you mess with one of us, you mess with all of us. It's a military alliance, designed to keep Soviet Russia in check. But then, in 1991, the Soviet Union collapses. Suddenly, the big enemy's gone. So, what now? Well, NATO doesn't just pack up and leave. Instead, it goes global. It brings in new members from Eastern Europe countries that used to be behind the Iron Curtain. Think Poland, Hungary, the Czech Republic, and later even the Baltic states. Now this is where things get interesting. NATO's mission starts to shift. No more just sitting around waiting for World War III. Suddenly it's involved in peacekeeping missions, crisis management, and fighting terrorism. Remember Kosovo in the late 90s? Or Afghanistan after 9/11s? Yep, that was NATO. Fast forward to today and the world looks pretty different. Russia's back in the headlines, especially after invading Ukraine in 2022. Suddenly that old school idea of defending Europe? It's not so outdated after all. NATO's ramping up defenses, sending troops to Eastern Europe and providing support to Ukraine even if it's not directly fighting. But NATO isn't just about tanks and fighter jets. It's also about cyber defense, dealing with new threats like hacking, disinformation, even climate change. Yeah, climate change. They're looking at how rising sea levels and natural disasters could create new security risks. Wild, right? Still, it's not all smooth sailing. People argue about how much each country should pay. The US spends a ton, while some members barely hit the spending target. There are debates about expansion, too, like, should Ukraine or Georgia join? And what about the relationship with Russia? More members means more security, but it also means more tension. So, is NATO still relevant? If you look at the headlines, the answer's pretty clear. Security threats aren't going away, they're just changing. Military alliances still matter, maybe now more than ever. But NATO's job isn't just to prepare for the wars of the past. It's about adapting, staying flexible, and figuring out how to keep its members safe in a world that's always changing. In the end, NATO's still here, still evolving. And for better or worse, it's still right at the center of global security. Thanks for watching. If you want more breakdowns like this, hit subscribe. I'll see you next time.